everyone! Today we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and complex systems in our bodies, the nervous system. By the end of this video, you will have a good understanding of how our nervous system works and why it is so important. So, let us get started. The nervous system is our body's command center. It controls everything we do, from breathing and moving to thinking and feeling. It is made up of two main parts, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Let us first learn about the central nervous system. The central nervous system, or CNS, includes the brain and the spinal cord. The brain is the control center, responsible for processing information and making decisions. The spinal cord acts like a highway, carrying messages between the brain and the rest of the body. Let us explore the brain now. The brain is very complex and very compact. It has many folds and grooves that store important information. The main parts of the brain are the cerebrum, the brainstem, and the cerebellum. The cerebrum is the biggest part of the brain. It has two halves called hemispheres. The left hemisphere controls the movements of the right side of the body. The right hemisphere of the brain controls the movements of the left side of the body. A large part of the cerebrum is the cerebral cortex. It is also known as gray matter. The cortex has 4 areas called lobes. Each lobe processes a different kind of information. The frontal lobe, located behind the forehead, is involved in complex thinking, such as planning, imaging, decision-making, and reasoning. The parietal lobe, situated behind the frontal lobe, processes information related to touch, taste, and temperature. The temporal lobe, situated near the ears, allows us to understand sounds and language, recognize objects and faces, and create memories. The occipital lobe, found at the rear of the brain, processes visual information from the eyes, enabling us to interpret what we see. Behind the cerebrum is the cerebellum. The cerebellum is also called the little brain because it looks like a small version of the cerebrum. It is responsible for balance, movement, and coordination. The brainstem connects the brain and the spinal cord. The brainstem also controls many body functions like breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, swallowing, and digestion. Now, let us learn about spinal cord. The spinal cord is a long bundle of nerve tissue. It extends from the lower part of the brainstem down the back. The spinal cord has 5 sections that run the length of the spine. Each section's name describes the part of the spine it passes through. Cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, and coccyx. Do you know an adult's brain weighs only about 3 pounds? In an adult, the spinal cord is about 18 inches long and ½ inch thick. Let us now talk about the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system, or PNS, consists of all the nerves that branch out from the spinal cord and extend to the other parts of the body. It is further divided into two parts: the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system controls voluntary movements like picking up a book or running. On the other hand, the autonomic nervous system controls involuntary actions such as our heartbeat and digestion. The autonomic system itself has two divisions: the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. The sympathetic nervous systems prepares the body for intense physical activity, often referred to as the fight or flight response. Meanwhile, the parasympathetic nervous system relaxes the body and inhibits or slows many high energy functions. Now, let us talk about the basic building blocks of the nervous system, the neurons. Neurons are specialized cells that transmit information throughout the body. They communicate through electrical impulses and chemical signals. Each neuron has three main parts: the cell body, dendrites, and axon. Neurons communicate with each other at junctions called synapses. When a signal reaches the end of an axon, it triggers the release of chemicals called neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters cross the synapse and bind to receptors on the next neuron, passing the signal along. So, to sum up, the nervous system is a complex network that controls everything we do. It consists of the central nervous system, made up of the brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system, which includes all the other nerves in our body. Neurons, the basic units of the nervous system, communicate through electrical and chemical signals to keep everything running smoothly. I hope you now have a clearer understanding of the nervous system and its incredible functions. If you have any questions or want to learn more, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more such science lessons. Thanks for watching and see you next time.